for presentation number 2 by our youth on the future of integration, written in April of 1965. The following youth will be a part of this presentation, again directed by Creative Director Connie Smith-Lindsay. Ms. Chulatem Akabweze, 12th grader at Mountain View High School. Philip Brian Fishbein, 10th grade, the Temple and Druid Hills High School. Catherine Kari Harper, a senior at Spelman College. Sydney Dawn Johnson, 11th grader at Ebenezer Baptist Church and Archer High School. Garji Contete, 10th grade, Milton High School. Callie Yasmin Patterson, 11th grade, Atlanta International School. Monica Sadiq, senior, Clark Atlanta University. And Adoria Amani Strickland, 10th grade, Beloved Community Leadership Academy and Global Impact Academy.
In short, there's still a great deal of work to be done. And as I said, no community can boast of clean hands in this area, and this problem will not be solved until we develop a sort of divine discontent all over America. There are certain technical words within every academic discipline which soon become stereotypes and cliches. Every academic discipline has its technical nomenclature. Modern psychology has a word that is probably used more than any other word in psychology. It is the word maladjusted.
Maladjusted.
And certainly, we all want to live the well-adjusted life in order to avoid neurotic and schizophrenic personalities. But I must honestly say to you this afternoon, my friends, there are some things within our world and our nation of which I'm proud to be maladjusted, by which I call upon all people of goodwill to be maladjusted until the good society is realized.
Yes.
I must honestly say I never intend to become adjusted to segregation and discrimination. I never intend to adjust myself to religious bigotry.
No.
I never intend to become adjusted to the economic conditions that take the necessities from the many to give luxuries to the few.
Never.
But I recognize there are between 40 and 50 million of our brothers and sisters who are perishing on a lonely island of poverty in the midst of a vast ocean of material prosperity. And I will never adjust myself to these conditions.
Never.
And I will never be satisfied until all of God's children have the basic necessities of life.
Yes.
I must honestly say that I never intend to adjust myself to the madness of militarism or to the self-defeating effects of physical violence. But in a day where Sputniks and explorers are dashing through outer space and guided ballistic missiles are carving highways of death through the stratosphere, no nation can win a war.
No war.
It is no longer the choice between violence or non-violence. It is either non-violence or non-existence. And the alternative to disarmament, the alternative to a greater suspension of nuclear tests, the alternative to strengthening the United Nations and thereby disarming the whole world may well be a civilization plunged into the abyss of annihilation. And so maybe we need a new organization in our world.
Yes.
The International Association for the Advancement of Creative Maladjustment.
Yes.
Men and women who will be as maladjusted. Men and women who will be as maladjusted as the prophet Amos, who in the midst of the injustices of his day could cry out in words that echo across the centuries. Let justice roll down like waters, and righteousness like a mighty stream. As maladjusted as Abraham Lincoln, who had the vision to see that this nation could not survive half slave and half free.
No.
As maladjusted as Thomas Jefferson, who in the midst of an age amazingly adjusted to slavery, could etch across the pages of history words lifted to cosmic proportions. We hold these truths to be self-evident.
To be self-evident that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, and that among them are life, liberty,
Liberty.
and the pursuit of happiness.
Happiness.
As maladjusted as Jesus of Nazareth, who could say to the men and women of his day, love your enemies.
Love.
Bless them that curse you.
Bless.
And pray for them that despitefully use you.
Pray.
And through such maladjustment, we will be able to emerge from the bleak and desolate midnight of man's inhumanity to man into the bright and glittering daybreak of freedom and justice.
And may I say to you in conclusion that I believe we will go that additional distance. I still have faith in America. And I still believe that even though we have some more difficult days in Alabama and Mississippi and all over, that somehow this problem can and will be solved.
Yes.
That we are mobilizing forces.
Yes.
And we have a coalition of conscience and a grand alliance now that will bring an end to the injustices that have been with us for so long.
Yes.
I still have the faith to believe that we shall overcome.
Yes.
Before the victory is won, some more will get scarred up a bit. Before the victory is won, some
Victory.
more will be thrown into jail. Before the victory is won,
Victory.
many will be misunderstood and called bad names simply because they're determined to stand up.
Stand up.
Before the victory is won, maybe somebody else like a Mrs. Owizo, or Reverend James Reeb, or a Jimmy Lee Jackson may have to face physical death. But if physical death is the price that some must pay to free their children and their white brothers from the eternal death of the spirit, then nothing can be more redemptive. Yes, we shall overcome.
Yes.
And I have faith in the future because I know somehow that although the arc
of the moral universe is long, it bends towards justice.
and there is something in this universe which justifies Carlyle in saying,
No lie will live forever.
There is something in this universe which justifies William Cullen Bryant in saying, truth,
Truth.
crushed to the earth, will rise again. Yes, we shall overcome.
Yes.
Because James Russell Lowell is right. Truth, forever on the scaffold. Wrong, forever on the throne. Yet that scaffold sways the future. And behind the dim unknown standeth God within the shadow, keeping watch above his own. With this faith, we will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to speed up the day when all of our children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands all over the nation and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual. Free at last, thank God Almighty. We are free at last.
Thank you.
Amen. Amen. The future is in wonderful hands. Thank you, my young brothers and sisters.